Once upon a time, deep in the woods behind Old MacDonald's house, there lived a mama hen named Henrietta Hen. Now, unlike the ordinary hens you may have met, Henrietta Hen was famous in the forest for her excellent baking skills. Every weekend, she would gather fresh eggs from the coop, add a dash of cinnamon, a pinch of nutmeg, a whole lot of love, and bake the most delicious apple pie the forest had ever tasted. The aroma of cinnamon and apples would waft through the woods, teasing all the forest creatures who couldn't wait to devour those scrumptious pies. Squirrels, chipmunks, rabbits, foxes, deer, even the grumpy old owl, they would all line up outside Henrietta's cozy wooden house, eager to trade whatever they had for just a slice of her legendary apple pie. One sunny Saturday, as Henrietta Hen was rolling out the pie dough, she heard a knock on the door. "Coming," she clucked. As she opened the door, she was greeted by none other than Ferdinand Fox, the slickest, swiftest fox in the forest. Ferdinand was known for his cunning ways, often tricking the other animals into giving him their food or their hard-earned treasures. But today, he wasn't up to any mischief. Instead, he looked unusually polite. "Good morning, Henrietta Hen," he said with a charming smile. "I see you're baking again. That wonderful smell has lured me all the way here." "Well, hello, Ferdinand," Henrietta replied suspiciously. She wasn't fond of Ferdinand. His reputation for trickery preceded him, and she knew better than to trust him. "What brings you here today?" "I was hoping," Ferdinand began, his voice dripping with false sweetness, "that I might be able to trade for a slice of your famous apple pie. You know, the one you're just about to take out of the oven?" Henrietta narrowed her eyes. She didn't like Ferdinand's tone. "Why should I give you a pie? You've never done anything for me." "Well, come now, Henrietta," Ferdinand protested. "Surely you don't doubt my sincerity. I'll give you anything you want in exchange for a slice of that pie. Anything." He emphasized the word anything with a wink.
Ow.
Henrietta Hen had been offered all sorts of trades in her life. Shiny pebbles, rare feathers, even a baby squirrel's first nut. But Ferdinand Fox's offer intrigued her. What could he possibly have that she would want? Before she could respond, Ferdinand pressed his advantage. "Think about it, Henrietta. All that wonderful pie filling simmering away, just waiting for you to bake it. And what would you gain in return? Who knows? Perhaps something truly special, something extraordinary." He paused, letting his words sink in before adding, "I'm willing to bet you don't have something like this in your little nest." With that, he took a small, intricately carved box from his pocket and placed it on Henrietta's doorstep. "Open it and see if it's worth a slice of my pie." Ferdinand stood back, a sly grin spreading across his face. Henrietta Hen eyed the box suspiciously. Its ornate design hinted at something precious inside. Curiosity battled with her distrust for Ferdinand. Finally, she won. Taking a deep breath, she opened the box. Inside, nestled on a bed of velvet, was a single, radiant feather. It shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow, each shaft thicker than Henrietta's entire body. In the center, a sapphire as big as her eye glittered, radiating an otherworldly glow. The sight left Henrietta Hen stunned. Such a beautiful treasure. The sapphire feather, as it turned out, was no ordinary artifact. Legend held that it was shed by the magnificent sky phoenix, a creature of myth said to dwell atop the tallest mountain in the enchanted forest, where it bathed in sunlight and moonbeams. It was said that anyone who possessed the sapphire feather could ask the sky phoenix for a single wish. But finding the sky phoenix was extremely difficult, and the feather was rarely seen outside the realm of fairy tales. As the initial shock wore off, suspicion returned to Henrietta Hen's eyes. She snapped the box shut, glaring at Ferdinand. "What if I agree to your ridiculous bargain? How am I supposed to find the sky phoenix?" Ferdinand merely chuckled, his eyes twinkling with amusement. "Why, that's for you to discover, my dear Henrietta. But I must say, you shouldn't miss out on such an opportunity. Imagine a wish from a mythical creature. It could change your life forever." With that, Ferdinand turned to leave, his tail waving in the air. Just before disappearing into the bushes, he called back, "Think carefully, Henrietta Hen. Your decision awaits." With Ferdinand gone, Henrietta Hen found herself torn. On one side, there was the tempting prospect of owning a magical feather and getting a wish from the sky phoenix. But on the other side, there was the nagging feeling that Ferdinand's offer was nothing more than a trick. Could she trust the notorious fox who had fooled so many others before? Or would his charm and promises prove too enticing to resist? As the hours passed and the aroma of apple pie filled the forest, Henrietta Hen had to decide. Would she risk everything for a chance at magic, or would she stick to her instincts and ignore Ferdinand's tempting offer? The choice, as they say, was entirely up to her.